Here he is. What's up?
I'm such a boomer, man. I don't know what's going on. Believe it or not, I haven't used Zoom this whole lockdown.
Oh my God. What, even the first one?
No, all the production stuff, just emails. I can't be dealing with it. For this reason, no offense.
Mate, I appreciate that. Like, to stay off it that long. I don't know how Zoom just hoovered up Skype as well. It just came out of nowhere. It's insane.
Yeah, what's
What's going on?
How are you, my friend?
I'm good, thank you, dude. How are you?
I'm great, man. I was reminiscing about when we came on your show years and years ago.
Oh my God, so much fun. And you guys had a big night out the night before.
we weren't that bad, right? But without dropping clanging name drops, our drummer couldn't make it, so we bought a member of Slipknot instead.
Yeah.
He was he looked like a ghost.
Fucking
and the night
hell.
before, I'd said to him, you know, we're doing this tomorrow, you've got to do it. No matter how hungover you are in the morning, we're going. He's like, yeah, of course. And then in the morning, he was like, I'll give you money not to do it. I can't.
Oh my God.
No, we're going. And not moaning, it's just the way TV is. But obviously, inevitably, there was a lot of waiting around. So
Of course.
He was literally melting.
Fucking hell. I remember that. Like, I feel like that is a massive claim to fame when I can be like, that drummer there is from Slipknot. Whenever.
Listen, I've been dipping in and out of you doing this track because I was making a roast dinner.
Oh, sick.
I'm reclaiming Sundays for Thursdays now. So
Mate.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm into it.
I didn't hear all of it, but it sounds great.
Dude, thank you. It's been fun. Like, normally what I've been doing is almost trying to emulate the acts that, like, I've been almost, like, remixing. But this time it's been quite fun just, like, going a different direction.
Absolutely. But if you can do it with anyone, you can do it with us.
Yeah, I hope so.
Ridiculous.
Mate, I have heard so much about the is it a three-parter? Is it a two-parter?
I presume you're talking about the hardcore opera, right?
I'm talking about the hardcore opera.
Well, I'm putting the live show together at the moment. It's going to be pretty amazing, man. I'll be honest. It's pretty high spec, considering I'm from like a sort of DIY punk background.
Yeah.
We've got wireless bloody toothpicks going on. It is MIDI. We're MIDI sequencing toilet breaks. It's very advanced stuff. It's very advanced. So there's going to be acting. There's props. It's the whole shebang. It's a full theatrical production. You know, if you're going to do something that's stupid, you just got to go hammer and tong.
100%. The whole thing with, like, Joris. Was Joris a fan of the Hell?
It's a very confusing story because the original Joris from Belgium, he was a Belgian fan, and he sent in, I don't know why, we attract this sort of thing, but he sent this weird, like, audition video saying, can I play with you when you come to, I don't even know what festival it was. Pukkelpop, is that Belgian?
Yeah, I think so.
It was a big one.
Yeah.
And we said, yeah, fuck it. Come on then, come and play. And so we made this big, you know, this sounds horrible as if we were picking on him, but we totally weren't.
No.
It was all in good spirits, but we did this like Road to Groves Rock kind of thing. And we made this huge campaign. We made him his own song.
Sick.
He had a theme tune, like we did an 8 Mile cover of his journey. Anyway, all this stupid thing. That was the original Joris. And he then, actually, weirdly as well, when the festival actually came, Joris went missing. We couldn't find him.
God.
He wasn't answering his phone. He didn't have email. I still don't think he does have email.
What a legend.
And we couldn't find him. And he turned up like 10 seconds before we were going to go on. And he did it. And it was great. And people were chanting his name. He got carried around the crowd. And without being egotistical, it was the highlight of the weekend. It was so good. People loved it. It was such a heartwarming story. Anyway, so that's the original Joris. The Joris that we're doing as part of the hardcore opera is nothing to do with that Joris whatsoever.
Oh, it's not the same one? Okay.
No, it's a sort of homage. So he works in the DIY store and just has dreams of, you know, becoming something, not necessarily like a rock star, but just doing something with his life.
Yeah.
And anyway, his mundane life is documented through a musical, I guess. I hate musicals, but it's a musical, yeah. Of course it's a musical.
I feel like it's funny, like my brother always says he hates musicals, and then he tells me about some of his favorite movies that like are musicals, like Team America, Nightmare Before Christmas, shit like that.
Yeah.
And
more than you realise.
Yeah.
And also, every Disney film ever is a musical as well.
Exactly.
You don't realise until you...
Yeah.
Wait, you do realise, but I don't because I'm stupid. But yeah, I say I hate musicals, but I've loved it, man. It's so good. And also, like, you know, anything goes in musicals because the story's carrying it. So you don't have that structure, rigid structure of, you know,
Exactly.
This is going to be the melodic song. It's whatever happens. It's just so cool to do. And it started off as complete, like everything we do, a complete absurdity. And it's kind of like people seem to really like it, so we're just gonna go with it.
Dude,
I'm gonna go with it.
It's so good. It's so fucking good. And I feel like I don't know. Yeah, I feel like that was the weird thing. The songwriter inside of me was like, oh my god, I'm like writing a script when you're doing the musical. but yet script writing feels so fucking far away. I couldn't even imagine doing that. So that's sick.
Learning curve. Always be out. Bowie said it. Just always got to be out. Not that we're anywhere near as prolific as David Bowie, but you've got to keep out your comfort zone. Otherwise, what's the point? It's no fun,
mate. It's so true. And what's so lovely is like the amount of bands that I've been working with recently, like the Wargasm guys and Jamie Lenman recently, like all such big fans of everything you're doing, man. And it's so sick.
I could break you a quick exclusive as a coincidence. Jamie Lemon is making an appearance on Joris too. Like, he's already done it, it's recorded, and we've collaborated. Dude. And I was so chuffed that, I'd seen a few like stories that he'd had of him like listening to it in his car or whatever.
Yeah.
And weirdly, from being in a hardcore band years and years and years ago, I'd actually been on tour with this band, Ruben.
Yeah.
I'm talking years ago. I was really young. So
yeah.
It was years ago, and I messaged him and was like, "It's so weird. I haven't seen you in like 2 decades, but fancy doing fancy doing this?" And he did it, and it's wicked, man.
That is so sick. That is amazing, man. Thank you. Like he's one of those people. Like when he would suggest a melody and he'd sing it, and you just all of the nostalgia chills, and you'd be like, "Fuck, man, what a voice!"
It's cool because I don't know, like we weren't mates over the years. We didn't, he doesn't. We don't even remember going on tour with each other, but like. He's a real kindred spirit in the sense that he grew up in sort of doing heavy music and that.
Yeah.
And he was sort of, I don't know, like I feel Ruben, I listen to it now and it's like, man, it was so ahead of its time. And
definitely.
He was in an era where people weren't quite ready for, that sounds such a cliche, but
yeah.
He was putting all this effort into his harmonies and his melodies and basically pop songwriting within heavy music.
Definitely.
No one gave a shit about that sort of thing at the time.
No.
It was just haircuts and fucking cheesy stuff. So he was really, really ahead of his time. And see, now I hear his solo stuff. I'm like, man, I can completely relate to your journey in music. Not to compare myself to him whatsoever, but I feel like we had similar like pasts.
100%. I think that's so sick. Mate, I cannot wait for that. Fucking hell. Oh, and the one other thing I wanted to say is I found out a really cool thing. A mutual friend of ours like was telling me that the Hell was founded on the idea of like the one strings. Oh no, what was it? You wanted two strings between you.
Each guitar's only got 2 strings on. But they're both the same. They're just the same note and octave apart. So really, is one note on each guitar. Just think about it that way.
That is so sick.
Man. Again, without getting too deep, give them too much credit.
Oh, mate.
It really helps. It helps not having stuff in life.
Like,
over the years, you accumulate all this stuff, and you have every plugin in the world.
So true.
Everything. I've played through every guitar amp like ever made at some point. Record bands do. I played every type of guitar, and like just having one pickup and like these 2 strings.
Yeah.
It's just so freeing because you don't have to worry about all that other shit.
100%.
You were saying something I picked up and you said earlier. I do the same as you, where I just keep exporting. I'll go with instinct and I'll be like, I'm not gonna fuck around with that MIDI anymore.
Yeah.
That's getting exported, and then whatever happens to that happens to it. But I'm not deliberating anymore. You've got to make, like a discipline to just go with your gut and do something.
Yeah,
rather than meander around with it. So I'm with you. I'm always exporting.
The minute you do that, you get into like the crazy fucking with it territory, and it almost feels more old school. And I think that's the thing I love about it, dude. I'm gonna play you this tune.
Oi, check it out. Here we go. It goes.
I like the Matrix bit at the end. It's
Thanks,
fantastic.
dude. Exactly what I wanted to go for.
That's great. And you did that all in what, 2 hours?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, dude, I was nervous because I'm obviously a fan of your production, and like, yeah, I was sweating.
Oh, that's amazing. That's wicked. I can do anything like that. That's great.
Mate,
That sounds brilliant.
it's a weird thing with time limits though. Do you ever watch those Fact Make Music in like 2 minutes things? Those videos.
Yeah.
I love
yeah,
that shit, but there's something that makes me sweat so hard about doing it. But it's such good fun, man. I can't wait for the song to come out, and I'd love to get my hands on the full acapella and see what I can do.
Absolutely. That was just one take. That's what makes me laugh. Like I kept checking in different times. Like I say, I was like cooking, and I kept checking in, and I was like, "Fucking hell!" Spent so long on just something I literally recorded in 5 seconds, well, 20 seconds, however long it is. One take.
Exactly. But I love it, man. It made me think, the vocal made me think of so many different things, like Diplo and some of the Jack U stuff, and then there was that fucking, what was it, the ting goes scubbity bat bat boom thing as well. Dude, it's fucking awesome. I can't wait for the tune. Well, I've heard an exclusive and it's sick.
Thank you, man. Wicked. Yeah, it's been fun.
Well, mate, yeah, thank you so much for getting involved, and like keep sending me stuff, man. I can't wait to hear more about it.
Thank you, man. Thanks, Stefan. Best guy.
Black Mist from the hell. Thank you so much, dude. See you later. Bye.
See you later.
Bye.